Hello.
Hi, this is Carol with once again, the Coast to Coast Publishing. And I'm here to introduce to you today Michael J. Alsup. And he's the writer of Miracles for Chosen. And it's a wonderful book. This is his wife, Lutz Alsup, and she's from the Philippines. And that's where this book was raised from. Michael, why don't you give us a little bit of understand about who you are and what inspired you to write this book?
Uh, Many years ago, I used to listen to a lot of audio books, traveling my job that I worked. I had a large territory in southeast Texas, and I used to listen to the audio books, and I always thought if they could write a book, I could too. So I challenged myself to do it. It took several years. I wrote few short stories, and then after a trip to the Philippines and photographing it, I came up with the idea for this photograph that's on the cover, and I had a Catholic priest come to our house. He saw this photograph, and a week or so later, he says, "I can't get that photo out of my head. May I have a copy?" So that inspired me. If I have a photograph that caught his attention, then it ought to catch the attention of why. And so I put a story together with this photograph and the Catholic priest. And this is how it all began. And now, 3 years later, it's been a finished product, and Pam has been graciously enough to publish it. And now we have it out on the market. You can get it on Barnes & Noble and or at Amazon. You can order it.
Yes.
Or through Coastal Winds Publishing House. You can also order it that way.
Just go to my website at coastalwindspublishinghouse.co. Not .com, but .co. And go to the bookstore, and you'll be able to order it and pay for it on PayPal. Or use a credit card, whichever you like. Michael, I understand that you and Lutz went to the Philippines. What was that like when you first went there?
Well, it's an eye-opening experience. Traveling around the world to another country, and then Philippines, being it's a third world country, down in the provinces, away from the cities, it's beautiful people and beautiful places to see and visit. I became inspired by it. I want to go back and visit again. I've been there twice, and I still want to go back and see some more and visit some more. I enjoyed talking with the people, hanging around with them. They're just a gracious host families there that they like being around you and very comfortable. I enjoy that.
I understand that the people there work very hard. They take a lot of pride in what they do. I know with Lutz, I've seen Lutz do her work, and she is very dedicated. She sews draperies, and she's made masks for the COVID-19. And let's tell us what it's like to be here in the States compared to what it's like in the Philippines to how it is here.
Well, in Philippines, it's a lot different. Your family is the priority first, okay? And then if you have a family, big family, it's up to you to feed your own family. We don't have no welfare. We don't have no anything help from the government. The difference in U.S. is even you poor, you still rich, okay? Yeah, because you have a help from the government. That's they call it welfare, right?
Yes, that's what they call it, the welfare system
So
here.
we're rich here, and really like it here because the situation versus your own country is much different.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's quite different. I've been to Jamaica, and I've seen where they had it fixed up in Montego Bay, but when you go to places outside of Montego Bay and you see huts of families, it is quite different than it is here. Here, you would be considered to be very rich. But the families there, are very, very poor, and they have all kinds of children. So it's a total different situation, in a third world country than it is here. So, Michael, tell us about the little girl.
So this young girl here, we were staying at my wife's cousin's house, and one morning, sitting out on the porch having coffee, I saw her across the street sweeping this in front of her mother's sorry store. The little small store that they use to sell small things, little bags of oil or little bags of rice or something like that. You need a small thing for feed a family for the night or whatever. Anyway, they're real common out in the provinces. But I saw her sweeping the mango leaves out in front, and I kept my camera everywhere I go, especially in there. You never know what you're going to see. And I saw that, and I took this photograph through the gate where we were at, took this one picture, and went and sat back down. And just because it's so simple, it stood out. I have an enlargement made at home on an easel. That's how this story all began, with because of this photograph. Hopefully, we can get to go back again, and I can take more pictures and continue on with other stories.
You've been a photographer for how long?
1975.
1975. And you belong to the Beaumont Camera Club in Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And he is a professional photographer. He has mentored me and made me a photographer that I am today. Which is not saying much. Anyway, we'll get into that later. Anyway, I've done very well because of Michael helping me out. But I am very honored to be a part of your book, being a part of getting this wonderful story out about this little girl that was chosen by God. And the thing about it is that God doesn't choose the qualified. He chooses unqualified, and he qualifies them himself, which is what he did with this little girl. And so I am very pleased and very honored. We've been getting some very good reviews about this book, and so we're going to have reviews posted on the website and on a book that will follow this book. And what's the name of it?
The sequel to this book is called Idols of Endeavor.
Idols of Endeavor. After this book, that will come out sometime next year. But I am very honored. Now, can you just give us a little bit of a hint what this book is about?
So, Allie Cruz, the protagonist in this story, she discovered that she could start reading, and she didn't tell her mother. She just started reading things in her mother's store, and labels, ingredients on packages, and it came about that a local priest was walking in the neighborhood, and while she was out sweeping the street, he stopped and she talked to him, and said hi to him, and decided that he saw some books that the father had. She asked him if he had any books that she could read, and she said, "Well, how old are you?" He said, "Well, I'm 4." He seemed surprised. He said, "You're asking me to read about books?" He said, "The only book they had in their house was the Bible." He said, "I've already read that." He said, "You have?" And he said, "Yes, front and back, Old and New Testament." "Well, how long did it take you?" "Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours." And he was kind of set back by her, what she had told him. And so he decided to sit down and listen to her and talk to her about it and start asking her questions. And she answered every question without delay, everything that he pulled out of his Bible and the questions that he asked. But then he became intrigued and decided to ask a fellow priest from a neighboring town if he would come by and listen to her and see what, and the same thing happened. And that began the story of, well, you need to find out more of what caused it. I had an idea what was causing it, or why she was given this gift. They need to find out for sure, and that's what the story's about, finding out why she had the gift and for what purpose.
I understand in the Philippines that there is a lot of turmoil that goes with the country as far as they're not called hurricanes, but they're typhoons. And you'll find that in the book. You'll find out that because of Allie Cruz's, that's her name, because of Allie Cruz's gift, okay, she faces danger. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything more about that. But anyway, she faces danger. But she also faces, along with the people in the book, the turmoil that the Filipinos go And so, anyway, Michael, it's been a pleasure. It's
Yeah.
been an absolute pleasure publishing you, and I look forward to more books coming out. He has a funny book about doggy done it. Yeah, doggy done it. So that'll be coming out. That'll be coming out as soon as he finishes. I'm looking forward to that one. Let me tell you. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being patient and also for understanding our first video didn't turn out because it turned out to be a flop. But anyway, we're hoping that this one will be okay. But Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having confidence in me to publish your book. And what? Thank you for being here and being a part of Michael's life. You know, and we thank you very much, audience. And we hope to hear from you soon. If you get your book, I'm not gonna say if, when you get your book, you can order it from Barnes and Noble. You can also order it on Amazon. It's online right now. I'm working on the ebook. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, the book will be out very shortly. And you can get it that way, or you can buy a copy of it online on my website, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Go on there and type in Miracles of Chosen by Michael J. Author. So anyway, I hope everyone have a blessed day. God bless you. God bless you, Michael and Luck. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.